Peace, y'all. Welcome to today's Mathematics with your girl, Sunshine Moon AL. Today is 10/25/8. We are in a day of wisdom and walking in the power of your truth. Finding that balance, law, truth, and justice, and walking in the power of our truth is key here, too. 5 is associated with that Leo house energy, all about confidence and courageousness. And we love to be confident and courageous, don't we? Also being creative and dramatic. But finding a balance here, because we do have the 2 in front of it for a reason. Have a certain level of wisdom on how it is walking in the power of your truth and showing that confidence and that courageousness. We want balance and harmony here always, right? So we're going to put that 2 and 5 together. And when we put that together, it brings us to 7. So it brings us to the Libra scales. It brings us to the Open scales. It brings us to the space of finding law, justice, truth again. But more balance here, because now we're being more direct and we're more so into the Open scales of things. 7s also deal with the celestial designing. So, this is dealing with the Venusian energy and your heart chakra connection now. So, being in alignment with that energy is like, how well you've been voicing out what you find power and confidence in is going to show in the life that you're designing for yourself, the priorities, your self-esteem, your self-worth, your self-value. This is the life you're designing for yourself, so take charge. So we're going to take the 7 and we're going to put it into the Ketters. We are in the month of knowledge in our cipher, right? We're in the month of intellect. This is cardinal energy. This is the 1. This is the fire. This is Aquarius energy, but this can also be Ogun or Aries, a new beginning. This is the air, the swords. Knowledge is key here. This is the divine winds that's blowing all the cosmic seeds of thought that we put up during the harvest season. So we're going to take that 7, we're going to put it into the Ketters, and it's going to bring us to 8. It's going to bring us to building and destroying and transformation. It's going to bring us closer to we get 2 8s today, right? So it's going to bring us closer to building, destroying, transformations, walking in your power, manipulating things in your space, empowering yourself, empowering others. We're in Sebek, we're celestial labeling and designing and things like that. It's fun here. We love it here, right? So we're going to take that 8, we're going to put it in the year of 8, because everything we make, we're going to put it into the year 8, because this is the year of conception. What kind of life do you want to conceive for yourself? Because that's what we're going to give birth to next year. It's so exciting. You know what I'm saying? Have you been enjoying? We got, 2 more numbers left. We have the number of mastery coming up next week, and then we have knowledge and wisdom that brings us understanding coming in the last month before we come back into our 1s. And so these last 2 months in the 8, are you really enjoying what you're conceiving? Are you having fun here? Do you even believe in yourself? Is there a sense of balance, harmony, justice, and truth in that? Questions to ask yourself in your space of celestial technician and when we're in that 7. So we're going to take that 8, we're going to put it into the year of 8. This is 1 and 6. So this brings us back to knowledge of our equality. Now that you had this idea, prioritizing, you feel good about yourself and you're designing it and it's all fun here. Now you're in a space where okay, now I need knowledge on how to applicate this on a daily routine about my health, wellness, my habits, my moral and integral code. I need to learn some stuff, what I'm saying, about the life you want to conceive. Is a lot of stuff that you think you should be doing and going about it, but there's a lot of space for learning and growing in this field as well. So take the time out to learn about the different things. Take the time out to study. What I'm saying? I know we want to put out, but sometimes just take the space to just learn for real, learn the craft, learn the life you want to conceive about. That's key here. We got a few more days of knowledge in our Ketters, and we got many more 1 days to come where we'll be reminded that it's important to learn about the things that we want to do. And right now, you need to learn about the lifestyle that you need to live and carry out in order to have what you want to have. So we do that, right? And it brings us back to the day of 7. It brings us back to God. It brings us back to the celestial technician energy, the Venusian energy. We are back into Netzach, which is victory. We're back into, designing and prioritizing and creating, and we love it here. And so let's talk about what's astronomically happening while we're on this beautiful day of 7. Let me move my tarot decks out the way. We start the day off with a 42% waning crescent moon. So now we're in that moon of cleansing intangible things out of our space, which is thought processes, behaviors, patterns, emotions, all that fun stuff. Moon rising at 12:25 a.m. and setting at 3:18 p.m. We're in the 11th house with it. So now we're in that house of being revolutionary and, rebellious, original, unique. The power to be one with all. So it's knowing your connection with other people, places, things, situations, idea, but also knowing your power and being yourself amongst it as well. Tropically speaking, in our thoughts, we're in Leo, so we're in that confidence, courageous energy. That is that 5 that I was telling you guys about, that confidence and courageous energy, being romantic. Also be mindful of the dramatics. We don't want to go there. And our energy exchanges and happenings were in Cancer, so we are in that space of nurturing, feeling nurtured, nurturing other people, being tapped into our intuition on things, focusing on our maternal energy. Home and family is key here. Draconic, we are having Leo experiences, so we have that divine alignment between our happenings being inward and our thought process and our spiritual self being outward. So it's kind of like an in-out inverted situation today. So be mindful of that. You're experiencing your intuition, meanwhile you're internalizing your experience. So it's kind of like a brain-breaking 4D experience going on right now. You're being inverted into yourself. Enjoy experiencing yourself today. It should be empowering, especially with the sun in Scorpius now. But yeah, sunrise at 7:21 a.m. and setting at 6:04 p.m. The moon and Praesepe are at minimal angle at 4:07 p.m. The moon will be 2.4 degrees north-northeast. 6.4 degrees east separation. We'll be able to observe that at 12:47 a.m. That was this morning. Venus and Aries are in conjunction now that Venus is over there in the Scorpius constellation. So in Aries is that energy of we've been dealing with the Saturn and Mars energy on Venus, which has been a lot of like challenges and a little confrontational in our emotions and stuff. But now we get a little softer because now we're in that it's like more so like Mars and Jupiter, so it's still like pushing you and triggering you to move, but now it's more like on expansion and abundance and more like aha, like wisdom, you know what I'm saying? But that conjunction at 7:48 a.m. Venus is 3.1 degrees north. Minimal angle was at 7:34. Well, will be at 7:34 p.m. Venus will be 3.19 degrees north, and we'll be able to observe that at 6:54 p.m. with a 3.1 degree north separation. Also today, the fortune is in Sagittarius, the third house. So expanding and expanding your community, finding abundance and joy and optimism in your energy exchanges, how you communicate with others, what you're teaching and what you're learning on is key today. So if you're not really enjoying it and it's not hitting your sacral chakra today, like I would say, like take that as a sign to like edit some things. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to completely erase the whole board, but like just be aware, especially with this inverted, exverted, whatever the fuck you want to call it, experience that we're having in our third eye today. Just pay attention to what's bringing you joy and pay attention to the different things that are taking the joy away from you and like all the elements around it. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of stuff is just in your head and it's not really what's happening. And so you gotta like learn how to train your thought process on what's happening, because everything starts with a thought. Even your electromagnetic field starts with a thought. So if you're not working on your electromagnetic field, you could really be doing yourself a disservice with attracting the things that you want in your space. And I promise you, when I speak to y'all, I'm speaking to myself. So today is a good day for like my 5 life pathers. Today you guys will find a lot of balance and harmony on that 2 and 5. Today is a good day for my 7s, most definitely, because my 7s, you guys come from a prime number, so my 1s and my 11s, you guys are also prime numbers as well. My 5s, all my primes. You guys will have a good day today. It was at 3, 5, 7. Yeah, those are my primes. 3, 5, 7, and 11, right? 1. You guys will have a good day today being your unique self. You know what I'm saying? Just be mindful of overly separating yourself to the point where like you depress yourself, because you could do that, or being cynical of other people as a means to separate yourself. You don't want to get too focused into doing that either. So, if you want to be alone to study or go inward or do the things, cool, but just be mindful of your mindset and what you're doing to your electromagnetic energy in the process of you separating yourself and keeping yourself separated. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's really key, is where is your EMF at? Because you could be by yourself and still be fucking yourself up, having a whole war inside your head, inside your body, or this, that, and the third, because your EMF ain't right. You know what I'm saying? So be mindful of that. Being alone don't mean that you're doing the work, and it also doesn't mean that the work isn't doing you either. So that's what I got for you today, Cosmic Nobodies. Y'all enjoy today. Peace, y'all.